My name is Warren Buffett. I'm 94 years old. I've been investing for over 8 decades, and today I'm worth over $100 billion. But here's what nobody talks about when they see those numbers. I started with absolutely nothing. Not the romantic version of nothing where I had a small loan or family connections. I mean real nothing. I delivered newspapers in the freezing Nebraska cold before dawn. I sold golf balls. I fished out of ponds. At 14, I bought a pinball machine for $25 and placed it in a barber shop, checking it every week for quarters. That was 1944. While I wasn't at rock bottom, I understood something then that most people never learn. Every single dollar matters when you're building from scratch. So when people write to me, and they do, asking, "Mr. Buffett, if you had to start in 2026 with absolutely nothing, what would you do?" I don't have to guess. I remember what it's like to count every penny. I remember buying my first stock at age 11 with money I'd saved for 3 years. I remember the discipline it took to live on almost nothing while I built my foundation. And if I had to do it today, starting this year with $0, I know exactly what I would do. Not theory, not motivational platitudes about positive thinking. I'm talking about a specific, step-by-step plan based on 80 years of actually doing this. A plan that works whether we're in a bull market or a bear market, whether the economy is booming or struggling, whether you're 25 or 55. Because here's the truth most people don't understand. Starting with nothing isn't your biggest problem. Your biggest problem is that you don't have a plan. You're making it up as you go. You're copying what people around you do, wondering why you get the same mediocre results they get. I'm about to give you the exact blueprint I used. The same principles that took me from delivering papers in Omaha to becoming one of the wealthiest people in the world. And if you're starting 2026 broke, or nearly broke, or just feeling behind, this might be the most valuable time you spend all year. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what to do, month by month, dollar by dollar. No confusion, no excuses, just the plan. Let's begin. First, a surprising truth. Your nothing is a hidden advantage. If I had to start 2026 with $0 in my bank account, I wouldn't be scared. I'd be genuinely excited, because starting with nothing gives you 3 massive advantages that wealthy people don't have anymore. Advantage number 1, you can take risks we can't. When you have nothing, you have nothing to protect. No lavish lifestyle to maintain, no expensive mortgage keeping you up at night, no luxury car lease you're terrified of losing. You're completely free, and freedom is the ultimate competitive advantage. I see wealthy people all the time who are absolutely trapped. They make $400,000 a year, but spend $380,000. They're paralyzed by fear. They can't take career risks, invest aggressively, or pursue real opportunities because they might have to downsize their house or pull their kids from private school. They are prisoners of their own lifestyle. You don't have that problem. You're starting 2026 with nothing. Good. That means you can move fast, you can experiment, you can take calculated risks without the weight of a massive overhead crushing every decision you make. When I was young, I could dedicate every spare dollar to investments because I wasn't maintaining anything. That frugality wasn't deprivation, it was strategic freedom. Advantage number 2, your mistakes are cheap. If you try something this year and it fails, what do you really lose? A few hundred, maybe $1,000? That's tuition. That's education you can actually afford. When I make a mistake now, it can cost Berkshire Hathaway billions. Those mistakes keep me up at night. But your mistakes? They're affordable. They're survivable. So you can experiment. You can try 3 or 4 different approaches to making money.
Some will fail, absolutely, but one or two will work, and the lessons you learn from the failures will be worth far more than the money you lost. I made plenty of mistakes when I was young. They cost me hundreds, not millions, and they taught me lessons that made me billions later. Your losses are limited. Your learning potential is unlimited. Now, I need to be completely honest with you. Starting with nothing is an advantage, but only if you actually do something with it. Most people who start 2026 broke will end 2026 broke. That's the statistical reality. They'll make resolutions on January 1st and abandon them by January 15th. They'll blame the economy, their boss, inflation, or politicians, and in 12 months they'll be in exactly the same place, wondering why nothing changed. Don't be that person. I've watched people for 8 decades. The difference between those who build wealth and those who stay broke isn't intelligence, education, or even opportunity. It's discipline. It's the ability to delay gratification, to say no to immediate pleasure for long-term gain, to stick with a plan even when it's uncomfortable. When I was young, my friends went to movies and restaurants. I stayed home and read annual reports. They bought new cars. I drove my old Volkswagen Beetle for years. They laughed at my frugality. Guess who's laughing now? I'm not saying this to brag. I'm saying it because discipline is the price of admission to wealth. If you're not willing to pay that price, stop reading now. But if you are genuinely ready to change your life this year, what I'm about to share will change everything. This plan worked in the 1950s when I was building my investment partnership. It worked in the 1960s when Berkshire was small. It works today, and it will work for you. But you have to follow it, not for a week, not for a month, for the entire year. Because wealth isn't built in moments, it's built over years. And 2026 is the year you start building. The 12-month plan, from zero to a foundation of wealth. Step 1, January, stop the bleeding. If you're starting with zero, money is leaving your life faster than it's coming in. That stops today. Not next month, today. On January 1st, I would write down every single expense, every subscription, every monthly payment, every habit that costs money, and then I would cut it half. Car payment? If I'm broke, I don't have a car payment. I sell the car. I buy a reliable $3,000 used car with cash. That eliminates a $400 plus monthly payment and cuts insurance. Annual swing plus $6,600. Eating out? Gone, completely. I'd cook every meal at home. Rice, beans, eggs, vegetables. Cost? About $5 a day. Annual swing plus $1,200 plus versus eating out. Subscriptions, Netflix, Spotify, premium apps, gym memberships, all gone. I can read library books for free and do push-ups at home. Annual swing plus $600. People push back. Warren, I deserve to enjoy life. Let me be clear. The only thing you deserve when you're broke is to stop being broke. Everything else is a luxury you haven't earned yet. I'm not telling you to live like this forever. I'm telling you to do it for 12 months in exchange for your financial life. I lived in a tiny rental house for years after I was successful. I bought my current home in 1958 for $31,500. I still live there. That's not being cheap. It's understanding that every dollar not spent on lifestyle is a dollar that can compound into wealth. January's mission, live on less than you thought possible. Every dollar you don't spend is a soldier enlisting in your future army. Step 2, February and March, the income surge. You cannot save your way to wealth from a low income. Putting away $50 a month won't change your life this year. So for 60 days, forget investing. Your only job, increase income dramatically. First, I'd sell my time at the highest possible rate. What's your most valuable skill? Writing, basic bookkeeping, repair work. Sell it relentlessly to local businesses. This isn't about your passion right now. It's about building capital. Second, I wouldn't work one job, I'd work three. A full-time day job, freelance work for 3 to 4 hours each evening, a weekend gig. The goal? Add an extra $500 to $1,000 per month. Most people say, that's too hard, I'll burn out. You know what's hard? Being 65 and broke. Real burnout is working until you're 75 because you didn't work hard enough at 35. I'd work 70-hour weeks for these 2 months. The goal? Save $5,000 by April 1st. When you're starting from zero, that's not just money, it's leverage, it's proof. It changes you from thinking like a broke person to thinking like an investor.
Step 3. April through June. Build the emergency wall. With $5,000 saved, every instinct will scream, invest it. Don't. Not yet. People who invest too early get hit with an emergency, a car repair, a medical bill, and are forced to sell at a loss, wiping out their progress. They quit, defeated. From April to June, we build the emergency wall. $10,000 in cash in a high-yield savings account. Modern advisors will call this foolish, that you're losing to inflation. Ignore them. They've never been broke. They don't understand the psychology of scarcity. The worst financial position isn't having cash earning 4%. It's having no cash when disaster strikes. Cash is optionality. Cash is peace of mind. Cash is power. For these 3 months, keep the grind going. Maximum income, minimum expenses. By the end of June, you'll have $15,000 total, $10,000 emergency fund, plus $5,000 capital. Something profound shifts. You stop making decisions from panic. You have time and options. This boring, unsexy foundation is what every wealthy person has. It's non-negotiable. Step 4. July and August. Invest in yourself. Now we invest, but not in stocks. The highest return investment you can make right now is in your own earning ability. You have that $5,000 capital. Here's exactly how I'd spend it. Skills that increase hourly value, $2,000. A certification, course, or training that moves you from $20 an hour to $35 an hour. That's a $30,000 a year raise, a 1,500% return in year 1. Show me a stock that does that. Tools for independence, $2,000. A quality laptop for freelance work, professional-grade tools for a trade, or inventory to start small-scale sales. Own the means of your own production. Networking and positioning, $1,000. Attend industry meetups, join professional groups, take knowledgeable people to coffee. Relationships are compound interest for your career. But Warren, I want to invest in stocks like you. I understand, and you will. But stocks will be there next year, and you'll have more money to invest then. Right now, the best investment is closing the gap between your current income and your potential. Step 5. September and October. Build your second income stream. By September, you're transformed, emergency funds secured, skills upgraded, earning more. Now we build what separates you from the crowd, a stream of income that works while you sleep. I'm not talking about shady online schemes. I mean real assets. Option A, dividend stocks. Through continued saving, you have another $3,000. Put it into boring, reliable companies that have paid dividends for 50-plus years. Think consumer staples, insurance. At a 4% yield, that's $120 a year, just $10 a month. It sounds tiny, but that's $10 you didn't work for. Next month, you add another $300, then another. Compound interest starts its slow, unstoppable march. This is exactly what I did.
Option B, a small business system, a vending machine route, a piece of equipment for rental, a simple online store selling a niche product. The key, it must generate positive cash flow from day one. No hoping, real money. The point isn't the vehicle. The point is that by October, you have money making money. That changes everything. Step 6, November, the discipline test. You're exhausted. You've grinded for 10 months. The holidays are here. This is where most people break. They think, I deserve to treat myself and blow $2,000 on gifts and travel. Come January, they're back to square one. November and December ruin more financial futures than any market crash. Why? People confuse earning money with having money. Here's what I do. Commit to spending nothing extra. Zero holiday inflation. Give gifts of time, homemade food, heartfelt letters. Tell your family, I'm building a foundation this year. Next year, I can be more generous. Some won't understand. Let them. They aren't securing your future. I've never been extravagant, even with billions. Happiness doesn't come from spending. It comes from security, freedom, and knowing you're building something that lasts. Hold the line. Step 7, December. Plan your attack for year 2. If you followed this plan, here's your December reality. A $10,000 emergency fund, a growing second income stream, increased primary earning power, proven self-discipline. But you're not done. You're just started. Year 1 was defense, stopping losses and building a base camp. Year 2 is offense. In December, sit down with a notebook. Plan year 2 in detail. What is my new higher income target? What is my next skill investment? How will I scale my second income stream? What calculated risk can I now take with my safety net in place? This is what I've done my entire life. Every December, I evaluate, assess, and plan the next year with clear intention, then commit to it. The truth nobody wants to hear. That's the plan. 7 steps, 12 months, a journey from zero to a genuine foundation for wealth. This plan works. I know it because it's built on the principles I've followed for 80 years. But here's the hard truth. Most of you won't do it. You'll read this, nod, maybe even take notes. Then you'll go back to doing exactly what you were doing before. You'll keep spending money you don't have. You'll keep hoping for a magic solution while changing nothing. And next year, you'll be in the same place. I've seen it for 80 years. The difference isn't intelligence or luck. It's the willingness to be uncomfortable, to delay gratification, to say no when everyone else says yes, to work while others rest, to save while others spend. Most people aren't willing to pay that price, and that's their choice. But if you are willing, if you genuinely commit to this plan, I tell you with absolute certainty, in 12 months, you will not recognize your financial life. You'll have savings, streams of income, valuable skills, and real options. You'll have something most people never achieve, true financial security. But you have to start. Today, right now. Stop the bleeding. Increase your income. Build your wall. Invest in yourself. Create passive income. Stay disciplined. Plan your next move. That's it. It's not complicated. It's not sexy. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's just the truth about how wealth is built. $1, one decision, 1 year at a time. I'm 94. I've spent 80 years studying wealth, and I'm telling you, this works. The only question left is, will you? The year is 2026. You have 12 months ahead. You can waste them, or you can use this plan and change everything. The choice, as it always has been, is entirely yours. I hope you choose wisely. Now get to work.